On 1st November 2018, government started implementing the free electricity connections policy. This meant that consumers were not meeting bills for poles and cables, among other things. It is estimated that over 290,000 people have been connected under this policy. There have been reports that government stopped the free connections due to lack of resources. However, the Minister of Energy, Mary Gorreti Kitutu, has told NTV that Cabinet has not stopped the policy.
The temporary halt at the moment due to the effects of COVID-19, our government could not have the money to continue with this policy where they were subsidizing the Ugandans, and this is a way of targeting to increase connections almost to 60% so that we can consume the power which is there. So what government has decided is relaxation in the policy for those who can connect themselves. They can pay now and get connected. Those who don't have, you will have to wait for government. So the policy is not quashed as per se.
In a letter written to Robert Kasande, the chairperson of the Rural Electrification Board, dated 27th October 2020, the Deputy Executive Director for Technical Operations highlighted that 120 billion shillings meant to cater for payment of free connections policy is stuck with the Ministry of Finance because there was no substantive board for approving such expenditures. The board has not been in place since court quashed a statutory instrument introduced by the minister to govern activities of the Rural Electrification Agency.
The Rural Electrification Agency Board has not sat to approve new implementation agreements with the service providers like Umeme. So this money can't be accessed. It's there, people can't be connected because of a procedure about a board not sitting. Secondly, we have a project of connecting over 300,000 customers amounting to approximately $50 million. Materials are being procured from the factories to bring here and connect many more Ugandans.
So in that case, when the instrument goes, they are part of us. They become part of the ministry. And that's why I delegated the acting CEO, who has even been given powers by Minister of Finance to be an accounting officer. So those who are drumming the board is not there. When the board is not there, the minister takes full responsibility because that is in the act.
2 years ago, government embarked on acquiring a $400 million loan to finance free connections to over 1 million people. However, there have been delays due to back and forth disagreements between the Ministry of Energy and the Ministry of Finance over which agency should implement the project. The argument has been that government cannot borrow a whopping $400 million and allow Umeme, a private company, to be the implementing agency.
Yes. And actually, the only disagreement which we cleared yesterday, together we had a meeting with the finance and we've agreed the money will be borrowed by government of Uganda. And the ministry takes care, full responsibility, but we shall delegate REA to receive the money. So REA cannot receive the money and then do the procurement. So the procurement will be done by Umeme. Because people who have been saying Umeme is independent, Umeme has our concession. They are taking care of some of our interests in the power sector.
Just in case Umeme handles such amount of money on which is the taxpayers' money, and then if anything goes wrong, will you take full responsibility?
But let me tell you, Umeme already has our concession. They are already borrowing money and making and connecting and bidding government. Isn't that taxpayers' money? I told you already have 103 billion, which we have to pay them.
So what is the danger of delaying such connections?
As a technical person, I would say we are doing ourselves a disservice by not connecting new people to grow demand for electricity. As you are aware, this country is suffering from a good problem, having too much electricity and very few people consuming it. Now, by delaying to connect these people, we are actually sabotaging the effort to bring down the electricity tariff by having many more people join the pool of consumers.
The Minister of Energy says she's coming up with another statutory instrument that will help in the management of rural electrification agencies after the first one was quashed by court, citing the fact that she had not consulted the affected entities and other stakeholders. It is hoped that the ministry will fast-track the $400 million World Bank project, where it is supposed to be catering for the free connections that is under the pledges within the NRM manifesto. Sudhir Ruhanga, NTV.